I was interning at Cathedral High School as a multimedia marketing fellow, and I never thought that I would ever be in this position. So basically, I'm stealing Matt's intro. When it came to my future and what I wanted to do, I had no clue. I came to realize that school wasn't right for me, but that realization didn't happen until much later on. Well, maybe not much later, but there were definitely some suspicions around the time in my high school career when college prep was happening, of course. Originally, I wasn't gonna go to college. That was barely a thought in my mind. I mean, I kind of thought, maybe college, maybe not, I don't know. But I didn't feel a need to go, but the others around me were very persuasive. And also, well, it was like the middle of COVID, and I decided to just make a poll on an online forum that also persuaded me after some guy said, yeah, you should go to college. You can't spell college right. Okay. So, look where I am now. Whatever her name was, I don't remember. But also, in the back of my mind, I kept thinking, I made the right decision, right? Yeah, see, for the longest time, I kept asking myself that question, if college was really right for me. Am I really thriving in this place right now? I mean, I like the people that I've met, I like the college experience, and some of my classes were even fun to participate in. But I sucked at school. I did not have good grades. I didn't even have, every time I sat in a lecture hall, none of the information would stick to me, and I didn't know how to properly take notes until way later. I knew that this type of learning doesn't work for me. I needed something to do. I needed purpose. I needed stakes. I needed to know how this knowledge can benefit me in the long run, in the real world. This is how I felt for many years. And as I said, my grades weren't that great. They were decent. If anything, an average C student, which ain't that great, but C's get degrees. But that was mainly for like lecture classes. In studio-based classes, my grades were definitely a lot better. I was able to be more hands-on. I was able to think. At that exact moment. It made me feel like this is what the real world is preparing me for. And this is also how I operated for as long as I could be. I didn't like it. This isn't fulfilling. This makes no sense, this system. And through my college years, I kept having a thought in mind. What if I did semester in the city? The idea of, I was first introduced to it my freshman year. I kept telling myself, I should definitely do it, right? If anything, I would gain a lot from this program, not just from the experience itself, but also because I get to be closer to my family, closer to my friends, and I also get to continue working at a place where I enjoy working. But also, all of that sounded great, but it took me too long to actually execute it. Every year was a financial struggle for my family, especially when it came to paying for school. Each year felt like we had to scrape from the bottom of the barrel just to get me specifically through what almost felt like unfair tuition. During my junior year, that's when I decided to take action. Funds were running really low and change needed to be made. It was time to make that change. That was the start to my SITC journey. My last year was fast approaching and I needed an escape from lecture classes and the limited hands-on experience that I could get. I needed a taste of the real world. Technically, the transition was easy. I mean, I already knew Boston. I've lived here my entire life. And I already had people that I could turn to for support. But when it came to the program itself, that was a whole other battlefield. I didn't know exactly what I could expect. I wasn't sure if I would be able to fit in with others, but I somehow made it work. I was able to interact with as many people as I could and make some decent connections. And while working at my internship, I was able to have a purpose and feel more fulfilled than being in my usual lecture classes. Even though I had work and deadlines, I felt much freer than I ever had in a working experience. More free than in my entire life, I think. This semester was a great change of pace for me, and looking back, I was determined to make this work, and I did make it work. We all made it work somehow.